Hi, I'm Daniel and this is Ashville Weekly, episode 56. This episode is sponsored by Boundary Alarm Systems. Breaks my heart, man. Getting weed on by the water tank.
That explains why we're so wet.
What am I doing down there?
Anything?
Let me go down. I just asked the shovel driver to load me. Yes, let's see what he's got on the back of it.
Checking his nuts himself.
It doesn't work like that. This bro's laughing.
I'm gonna pop my driver card in.
Go on, put it in, put it in. More important things popped up. I'm going to shake this steering quickly. It's my own business. It's gonna be built strong to last long.
Monday morning, I'm in the yard. It's 5:34. We have a meeting in the yard at 7 a.m. With Terry, Cam, Simon and all the boys in the yard. Yesterday was a good day, very productive. I managed to get into the office. I didn't train, but I managed to do some physio work on my arm myself. I got some exercises that are very annoying to do, and it's very annoying for me being weak and not being able to use my shoulder properly, but what can I do? In other news yesterday, I managed to wash both cars. The work car was in an absolute state. I managed to do both of them yesterday and refuel both of them fully, so I'm ready for the week.
The cleanup continues in the railway yard. We're even cleaning the top of the bays because I want the top of the bays to even look good. You know, material always spills over. We're putting it all down, and the material we do have left, we're putting it all in one pile. We have Simon over there doing a little bit of gardening work. I don't know how Simon managed to get involved. He's meant to be on the weighbridge, but he's actually outside getting involved here. We cleaned down the side of the weighbridge. There's a little bit of material that's managed to go solid on the weighbridge. That's got to go. Pedestrian walkway has been tidied up over there. All is going well in the yard, getting the yard how we want it to look. But I need to show you something. This is Kevin. You've never seen Kevin before, but Kevin is like the prodigal son that has returned. Now, Kevin worked for Ashville way back when we were all the way in Cricklewood. I'm talking 2016, Kevin started working for Ashville. He worked here for a couple of years. He came and he didn't know how to operate anything. He learned how to operate machines, and Kevin went back to Spain. When did you go back to Spain? 2018, 19? In 2019, after working at Ashville for 3 years, Kevin went back to Spain. He was working in construction in Spain, and now he's made the decision to come back here. And where does he come straight away? He comes straight back to Ashville, showing us his techers on the small machine. So I always tell people, when you learn to work with your hands or you learn to operate machinery, you can go anywhere else in the world and use that same skill. But now he's back here with Ashville. The prodigal son has returned. These little pockets of material scattered everywhere. It's very messy, it's bothering me. I walk past it every day and I just say, oh, let it go, I let it go, I let it go. But I'm not gonna let it go anymore because I want this yard looking perfect for all the primary aggregate that's gonna come in. Here, this material's a type 1 and this oversized material here is a 6C. They're both limestone, but I'm separating them and putting them in piles, and then we're gonna sort these bays out, take the steels, put the steels over there so the steels are ready to put them into the ground and put a concrete base around them. This is how we do the posts. So we dig a meter by a meter by a meter, and we go down. Then we put a little bit of concrete and we let that concrete dry so it's nice and flat. We ensure it's flat. Then if we have a steel with a plate on the bottom, we put that steel in and we put 4 holes in that plate and we put the bolts through and we put resin. Then we pour concrete around so that steel is nice and solid. But if we don't have a plate on the bottom of the steel, we don't want to waste time welding. So we put it in place and we put things there to hold it. Then we pour the concrete around anyway. So we have about a meter of the steel beneath the ground in the concrete. That's what keeps it in place, no matter how much pressure we put against it. Even if you see the L860 up on the pile there, it doesn't buckle those bays. So once we build these bays, that's the end of it. It's going to be built strong to last long. As you know, I'm always growing my video team and I'm trying to buy new kit. Well, I need to protect it. I used to go for old school alarm systems where I'd have to hardwire everything. Now I've decided to go for the latest technological advance and go for a Boundary wireless alarm system. The build team are far too busy to come here to install an alarm. So I went with something that we could install simply and easily ourselves. This is the hub. This is what goes on the wall. So this is the only thing that requires any mains power. So it's a really simple system. It's easy to install. It's easy to set up. You do everything for a mobile app. First off, I set up my hub and then I moved over to my sensor and fobs. These are really handy because they've got these double-sided adhesive, so you don't need to drill any holes whatsoever. Everything connected up by Bluetooth. Lastly, I did my outdoor siren. When you're using a mobile mobile app, all you need to do is pair the sensors and the contacts with the system. Even the outdoor siren, everything is done for a QR code. Once the system is in place, you can arm and disarm everything from your mobile phone. So I've set up the system to protect my most valuable bits. Let's see if it works. 3, 2, 1. Click on the link in the description to get 45% off your boundary system. A little while ago, we sold a couple of our older lorries at auction. Click here to watch that video. Well, somebody has sent me something. Our historic first skip lorry, KX06 LWF. Somebody collected it and it's on the back of a lorry, and someone has stripped all the Mack skip gear off the back of it, and the lorry is heading for Tilbury. So I thought the lorry may be going to a good home, somebody in the north of the country, maybe somewhere where they don't have all the emissions rules. I thought they were going to keep running the lorry because it only had about 200k miles on the engine, really solid engine, really good lorries because I don't have that many sensors on them. So there isn't much that can go wrong with those old Volvos. They're near indestructible. But no, somebody took it off us. They stripped her down to the bone and they're shipping her off out the country. Breaks my heart, man. But what can you do? You let it go at auction, and when you let it go, the lorry has now gone into the world, and I am no longer there to protect it. So it has had a, now what do you say, Dan? It has a thingy end. It has faced the last part of its life. How would you say it, Dan? The last days of the lorry's life in this country were brutal. Imagine having everything taken off you, and it's been shipped to the port, and it's probably now on a ship in the middle of the sea. It's probably being rusted by the salt water of the sea, and it's going to a country unbeknown to me. But if that skip lorry does pop up in anyone's country, please let me know and send me a couple of pictures of it. I just want to know that she's gone to a good home. Because remember, a skip lorry isn't just for Christmas. It's Tuesday and I'm in the yard. Terry's crying because he's done a day's work. The man done a day, look at him crying because he got a little bit of dirt on his trousers. Can you imagine? A little bit of dirt. Terry decided to help out with a puncture for the first time in his life, and he got a little bit of dirt on him and he's crying about it. And now he's moaning that he's got to leave early. Oh, Terry, man.
Sorry.
It's hard to get the staff, man. It's hard to get the staff. Not that you can get a job anywhere else now. No, you gotta cut out. You gotta cut out. You can't get employed anywhere else. Pay cut, boy. Gonna take this lorry out quickly, go and do a local delivery because we've got no drivers around at the moment. But while I'm here, I just want to have a quick look around in the yard. Yes, I know the delivery's urgent, but I just got to see what's been going on in it. It's looking nice and clean. Terry the Shagger. All the corners of the yard. This area is clean. Everything here is clean. The barriers are put back. We've even scraped alongside the bays. Even on top of the bays, the material's been dusted off there. Materials have all been put back in the pile with the rest of them, so there's no mix up here. Outside of the bay here is cleaned as well. This is the area where you come off the weighbridge. Also looking here underneath the containers, this area I created a very long time ago, and originally I wanted to create an area where you can do all the tire repairs. That's another thing that I haven't got round to doing yet. But now we've cleaned up the space again, so now I can put it back to the forefront of my mind and try and make that work. Let's go around here. Down both sides of the bays have been cleaned, and this is the remaining material. When you begin to gather the material and put it together, you see how much there actually is scattered everywhere. The steels are here. These are the steel. These are the steels that we're going to put behind the bays, so they are already in place. The blocks we are not using and we dismantled. A lot of them have been stacked up here. Some of them, they were damaged and we're not going to use them. We've actually moved them and we're going to go and get rid of those. But again, looking good here. Let's have a look at the other area. This is the area that we've moved on to now. The wall at the back is being dismantled, but it hasn't been completely done. If you have a look on the ground here, it's kind of mucky with lorries coming out of here, machines tracking. So we're going to take the 26 tonner and scrape it all back and give it a bit of a clean. We'll get in there slowly. There's plenty more to go. You saw the area up the top there in previous weeks. That is completely clean. So we're working our way towards there, and we should be in a good position soon. And hopefully this weekend I can start to put steels in the ground at the back, but Obviously, I can't force anyone to do it, and I have to understand that everybody has a life. I can't expect everybody to work over the weekend, and it's very difficult to do work like that in the week with such a busy yard. I'm going to go and do this delivery, and I need to go home and get change. I've got QPR Sunderland later in the cup, and I have the MD of GB Rail Freight, John Smith himself, popping down, and a couple of the other people from GB Rail Freight. So let's see if we can't get some trains running. Oh, oh. Go on, put it in, put it in. Shoot. Oh! Here we are, QPR Sunderland, and we are back in the cup, and it is penalties again. So we have some Sunderland fans in here. We have John Smith, the owner of GB Rail Freight, who I spoke about in the past. We've got Mike, who you've seen in the Train Simulator video. Click here to watch that. And we have friends and family. So we are going into another penalty shootout again. My nerves can't handle it. And we got a game here on Friday. I fear for myself. If we win this, I may never get trains into the yard again. So I'm not.
If we win it, you can have a free train.
Hey! Did you hear that? We're going to get a free train if Sunderland win. All right, let's see what happens. So this time we are at the home end. I don't really fancy taking penalties in front of 3,000 travelling Sunderland fans. Come on. Oh my God. That is not a good start.
Yes! Come on! No, don't count chickens. Remember this happened in the fight.
Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. If we miss, it's over.
Is that over?
Yeah. Yes. We have a small bit of hope.
Not to save all of us.
We have to score this and save all the others.
It'd be better to win it by scoring rather than it being saved.
Come on.
Come on. Oh! Unbelievable. That may be the worst.
Three of the worst penalties. Sorry, Daniel. Thank you. Free train.
Instead of the free train, can I get a locomotive done in Ashville colours?
We're open to negotiations.
We're open
I
to
can't commit at this particular stage. I feel, at this point in negotiations, I feel in a weak place because I'm just overly emotional about it.
Last time we won 87. Close to Premier League opposition.
Focus now.
Tuesday night. Signing out. QPR have lost in the penalty shootout in the cup. Wednesday and I'm in the yard. I'm reminiscing on last night and the unfortunate loss that we suffered to Sunderland. But then I'm happy because I was promised a free train of material, but I think I'm going to trade that in for a loco being named Ashville and put in Ashville colours. Let's see what happens. It's really beginning to look good in the railway yard, and we're just now cleaning up this area. We're going to give this a scrape also. I'm working on a number of things like websites, new systems that we're putting into place, and I'm on a number of Zooms, but nothing out of the ordinary. So a very long time ago, we had this problem with this water tank, and as you can see, the problem managed to escape my attention, and it was never fixed. So I'm now turning off the water tank. It really should stop any second because I turned it off now. You know what? In a place like this, I said it before, we have all the problems of a theme park and a zoo at the same time. So this is one of the problems that I was giving my attention to, but then more important things popped up and I couldn't focus on the water tank leaking. And now the water tank leaking has come back to haunt me. So there's a prime example. Make sure that you try to finish what you're doing before you move on to something else, or you end up like me, getting weed on by the water tank when you walk past. I am so happy to see the roll-on, roll-off out working. Yes, let's see what he's got on the back of it. What's he got on? Ooh, he's got delivery on for the morning. Yay. He's got everything tied down properly. Put a bit of timber underneath. That was probably when they put it on with a forklift. I'm really happy to see that out working. Oh, And I can see we're doing a little bit of work here to the Volvo, getting ready for MOT. Click here to watch the video of the twin sister Volvo lorries, which we completely Ashville. We spent a lot of time getting it ready, and we did a lot of work on it, because when I buy a lorry, I want to know where I am with it. So we service it and we do all the work to it. It's very hard to hear because the wheel's getting changed. But anyway, we did loads of work on it, and the lorry is there or thereabouts. Anything we do on it now is just wear and tear and bits and pieces that happened since it went out. I don't know what I said there because I can't hear anything I'm doing. Well, whatever you don't want in there, if you're not using it, it's got to go in the office though. Because we leave it in the yard, it'll go, it'll develop legs. Hey, look at the man in the fresh uniform. No, don't run away. Come back, come back, come back. Look at the fresh uniform. See it there? Fully kitted out. Love it. I'm happy to see that out working, man. Finally. Very good. Hey, listen. Thursday morning. I'm not in the yard, but I'm on the way to the yard. I'm making my way in. It's 5:23. I need to go out in a lorry myself and do a load just to help out a little bit. I'm trying to get it done nice and early. One of the drivers is on holiday. We have to move a driver out of a grab lorry into a volumetric because he's multi-skilled, but I need to jump in his grab lorry and do 1 or 2 loads quickly just so we can catch up and not let anyone down. And then hopefully I can be back at my desk relatively early and I can carry on with all the other bits that I'm trying to do. We're having a little montage on the way to the yard. There's a montage on the way to the yard. Montage on the way to the yard early in the morning. I beg this bro, hurry up and move out of my way. Got plenty to do and plenty to say. This stress is gonna turn my hair grey. Fright, he thinks he's a DJ like DJ K Slay. Oh, go on lads. Both Arctics out already. I'm getting left behind, man. Plenty of lorries leaving the yard already. What's going on? How these fellas? No. To work out what's really going on here. I'm in the yard. Great start to the day. Nice and bright. Ample light and room for everyone to see what they're doing. Terry's showing up. Terry's got the glasses on. Looking like Penfold from Danger Mouse. Decided to show up today, don't you?
Good morning, Daniel.
Terry has shown up. Hey Terry, do you know why this flag is at half mast? There's something happened and I don't know about it. Oh no, I don't really rate that. I ain't having that. All the boys are leaving nice and early. We like it. Thank you. Much better. Boys are lining up to get out the yard. Loving that. Done their defect checks. Just driven over the wheel wash as well, because it's not raining. That explains why we're so wet. Sorry, I'm in your way, come on. Oh, he's been over the wheel wash as well. Good lads, good lads. Lorry's nice and clean, not dragging anything onto the road. Gonna go and find the grab that I'm in. Very good. Morning. Nice to see, look at that. He's got his torch out. Oh, he's got his little hammer as well. Checking his nuts himself. Good to see, man. 6:05, we're all lining up to leave. Morning. Full orange. Morning. Morning. Another one getting ready to go. What am I driving? Where's my lorry? There we go, there's me. Nice. Just spotted this now looking at it. We are going to clean this out today. We're going to use the 1-ton machine. Now the train can still run on this, but obviously we want to get it perfect. If you see over here on this side, when you're using the machine, you have to be very careful because you don't want to clip any of this. Get this track looking perfect as we prepare. Good man, Peter. Keeps the lorry lovely and clean. 1 ton. And we've got started. Gonna pop my driver card in, have a walk around, check the lorry, move all my stuff from the car into here and hit the road. Lorry's checked, everything is fine. Forgot about these lorries, they got all touchscreen interface. And this is one of the older grabs as well. So I'm good to go. I grabbed my hard hat from out the car. I have my bottle of water as well. I have my high vis and I'm strapped in, ready to go. Let's get out on the road. In the yard there this morning, I saw a driver who Terry told me he's leaving. And I just said, sorry to see you go. You are valued here. But if you've got another opportunity, I'm not going to stand in the way. But if that
opportunity doesn't pan out, then you can always come back and we can have a conversation. I'm not in the business of trying to hold anyone back from them trying to progress their career to keep them like working for Ashville. But I just want to say that sometimes when people do leave, like they are made a lot of promises. If the grass is greener sometimes, it's generally because it's fertilized by BS. But I wish them all the luck in the world. But we have had some drivers leave and then come back to us, welcome them with open arms. Of course, if they do their job well and they're conscientious and they're in every morning, then we'll always welcome them back. Trying to get on the M-Score 5 here, but the world's biggest car park is already backing up. But once we get on the 25 and we're moving, then most definitely Daniel will be rolling on the road again. Let's hope we can get there and get round, because already we're facing delays. I want to get there for 8:30 because it's a long way where we're going to collect this material. These are such nice bits of kit. Everything's controlled on the steering wheel. What cruise control, Bluetooth, aircon, red seat belt, adjustable steering column, Apple CarPlay, cradle, cameras, automatics as well. It's like driving a car. Just coming off the M-Score 5 now onto the A13 at Tilbury and Lakeside. No, we are not going to do a bit of shopping at Lakeside, but we are going to do a little bit of shopping in Tilbury. Here we are at the Port of Tilbury. It's really good to see how busy everyone is down here, to see that this country has come out of a lockdown and everyone is pushing on and pushing forward. It looks down here like everyone's putting in a shift. We have ships, containers, we have lorries, cars coming in, not sure what country they're coming from. There's material coming in here. Oh look, somebody's bought an ex-army vehicle. What, a copy of me, yeah? We're down at Walsh in Tilbury, right on the docks, here to collect some material. They've got some good quality recycled material down here and the job's not far, so this suits perfectly. Plus, I wanted to come down and have a look because they have a state-of-the-art £2 million wash plant here with wind turbines powering it. These guys are working towards creating a sustainable future. I've never seen anything like this set up and close to the water like this. But however, that is a separate video that will be out very soon, where I'm going to take you through the wash plant, tell you exactly what it does, tell you exactly what it creates. I just asked the shovel driver to load me, but I asked the wrong shovel driver because one of them's moving muck around and obviously the inside of the bucket's dirty. So coming over here to ask to be loaded with the shovel that is already over here loading everyone else with Type 1, which was the better idea in the first place. Could I get a load of Type 1 as well when you're done with them, please? Michael, my brother, you are older than
me. Listen to me now, listen to me good. I was talking to my oil man this morning.
Yeah.
And he reckons by Christmas time AdBlue will be double in price and it'd be a shortage of it, so he maybe have a little stock up on it.
Why do I need to stock up? I got a pal like you. You're going to stock up and then I'm just going to use yours.
You ain't, because it's going to double in price, plus we're not going to be able to get it apparently.
All right, I'll bear that in mind, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, how many hits have I had?
There's so many ticks, mate. They're calling out for this Michael O'Donovan on tour. They've stopped me here. I'm at Tilbury Docks. Hold on, they stopped me. Hold on.
So what are you going down in Tilbury for? I need to know, because I need to tell my mate Moneybags are on the manor. I was just watching a fella put a trolley back. I noticed he didn't take the pound out of the trolley. I got to wait till he walked away and I go and get it. He's standing around the trolley. I've got to wait for him to go. I've got to be here about an hour. He's offloading the trolley, but I can see he's left the pound in it. Hang on.
We could be in here, 50p each.
No, you're too far away to come and collect it.
Back on the 25, I preferred this lorry when it was empty. That is what it is. I keep asking Scania what. Oh, hold on, Terry's calling. Tezza.
Daniel, how you doing?
Making good time, got in there nice and early. I won't be that much longer.
Okay, now for the good news. They just cancelled that load.
Why?
There was an amendment, I don't know, amendment on site to the structure or something like that, so they can't take the site one for now. So they've asked us to put it back.
Put it back to where? Where we got it from?
No, put the delivery back. They're not interested where we put the material for now.
So I've just driven all the way around the M-Score-5 for no reason.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah. I'm trying to find a home for it, but at the moment, I'm struggling.
Maybe we could tip it at your home address, Terry.
Yeah, we're outside the flat.
Oh.
See if I can get everyone else in the block to chip in, yeah?
Has anyone else booked any other Type 1 recycles?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, that is brutal, man.
Not at the moment.
Alright, cool. I've had a call from Michael O'Donovan, told me about an AdBlue issue, so I called and tried to buy AdBlue, so they put the price up on me, and then I go all the way around the M25 and go and buy material, and then the job gets cancelled. Having a whale of a time here, aren't I? We're off to 25, nearly back at the yard. Let's see what the M25 is saying. You could leave in 1 second and then look over that bridge and then it could be completely full of traffic, so we haven't done too badly now. Okay. Ashville drivers, very courteous in the local village area. No problem, neighbourly love, neighbourly love. Thank you, good sir. So we're back at the yard. The boys are gonna use what we've got to make bags. We'll probably have to connect up our old small bagging plant so we can weigh the bags up properly, and then we'll stack them down the back in a new clean area we've created. I need to go inside immediately and do a watch through of the HGV driver video. So hopefully that will be coming out today. So click here to watch that video. I have a couple of Zooms later and then we will try and reconvene.
There are different types of license. Firstly, we have a Class 2, which is for rigid vehicles.
Just doing a quick watch through of the HGV driver video. Not one of our most graphic heavy, cutaway heavy videos, but we're trying to get a specific point across, so there's a lot of me to camera, which I'm not sure how I feel about. In other news, the roll-on roll-off was out working again today. I got sent a couple of pictures. It really pleases me to see that lorry out doing what it was built to do.
Friday, I'm in the yard. I just had to film something for Manscaped, what you probably saw in last week's episode. Dan is desperate to include the outtake here because he was laughing at me. Go ahead. The Lawnmower 4.0 is what? The Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4. Pepsi Pacific Partners. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and cordless and has. This bro's laughing.
I'm trying not to. Sorry.
I'm thinking about going to an auction tomorrow. There's a company that is selling all their old bins. Let me show you a couple of them here. They are up for sale tomorrow, but I'm thinking of going down there. But the prices I hear that bins are going for now, I'm not sure if I'm going to bother doing it or how much time I'm going to have, because I need to be in West End for 1 o'clock because Yanni has a very big day in the centre of West End, and I need to be there at 1, but the auction starts at 9:30. This Volvo will be going for test soon enough, and like I said, it's in a pretty good state, but we need to change the front brake pads. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shake this steering quickly. After I've done this, I'm going to hop in my car, I'm going to go and get changed, and I've got to be at QPR for 5:45, and it's already 10 to 4, so I'm definitely going to be late again. Dashboard's clear. How are we looking? Anything? Handbrake off. Foot brake on. As I thought, lorry's looking all good. Just going to get a set. Just going to order a set of front brake pads. I know he's going to leave this down as well. Just going to order a set of front brake pads. Hold the camera still about you're laughing. We're going to order a set of front brake pads. This lorry should be good to go. I need to get out the yard. Saturday morning, I'm on the move. It's 6:05. We're on the way down to Southend to take a look at a couple of these bins. Here's the plan: get down there, get around it, have a look at the bins, and jump back in the car before 8 o'clock and head over here and then do the bid online, so we're not stuck down there and we don't get caught in all the traffic. So we're on the 406, we'll go M11, then we'll go on the 25, see if we can't make our way around there nice and early. Here we are, we found where we are. They are selling a lot of good gear here. Let's take a look around and try and write down the lot numbers. Oh wow, that's how you make your roll on roll off a tipper. Easy sheet. Now that's a fine bit of kit right there. I'm not buying them, but looking here, there's two 20 plate Scania XT skip lorries for sale, and these are a good spec. So I give my mate James Gannon a call and I was like, James, they got some skip lorries here. I know Michael O'Donovan doesn't want them. He said, no Dan, they got no easy sheet system on them, which I didn't even notice, so they'll be no good to him. Got everything noted down, so we're gonna head back up the motorway and now try and do our bidding online. Time is 8:27, so hopefully we can beat the traffic and get back. But a good trip so far. So we're just on the way back, and Terry called me from the office and he went, what are you doing down there? I said, doing down where? He said, where you are? I said, yeah, I'm just having a look. He went, but what are you doing? I'm thinking, why is he being so weird? Like, what am I doing down there? And he started laughing. I said, I don't get it. And I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh yes, very good. Now I'm on the way back and it's 9:19 and the auction starts at 9:30. So I sent Terry a WhatsApp with all the bins we saw, the numbers we want to go after. But I doubt those bins will be in it very early because they're up in the 600s. So it might come up around 11 AM. So I'm racing back to the yard and hopefully I can get online and do it. So guys, I stopped at home on the way to the yard because I was like, look, I don't want to miss this. And I called Terry and he said they were already at 200, and I've sat in front of my computer and we are at 400 now. I've never done an auction like this. So here's the plan. I'm going to use my DJI and I'm going to screen record, and if I win anything, don't hate me, but I'm probably going to make this a separate video. That should help with the light, innit? Come on. Right. Yes, here we go, the flatbed. Let's see what the flatbed gets. Come on. The more the flatbed gets, the better I feel. I'm just going to wait to see what these 20 plate Scania skip lorries go for. 100,000 pounds. 100,000 pounds of the DD. No one's going to start at 100,000. 50,000 pounds. No one's going to start at 80. 50, yes, sir. Going to head into West End to go to Yanni's event, and then we'll go back to the yard after to see Terry and work on Ashville Weekly. If you're part of the Ashville faithful, you watch our Sunday videos and you watch all the midweek videos, you know that for a while I've been trying to create some authentic Ashville merch. And yes, finally, I have a delivery date. So our 40-foot container is out at sea now on a vessel, and it is going to be arriving at the end of November. However, there's a little bit of a problem. They've hinted that we might not get it quickly because of the current HGV driver shortage. Click here to watch that video. So I'm trying to explore other options. So we've got a tractor unit here, and I'm trying to get hold of a skelly trailer. Yes, a skeletal trailer, which I'm having difficulty with also. So I'm trying to speak to a few of my friends and see if I could borrow one for like 3 days. So however I'm gonna do it, I have to try to get the merch here as soon as possible. So when I do, we need to offload the 40-foot container. We need to take pictures, and hopefully it'll be live on the website by the 1st of December. Now, a couple of you have suggested pre-orders. I thought long and hard about it, and guys, I am not going to do that because you never know what could happen, and I don't physically have the product, so I don't want to be responsible for your money. Let's just say that that vessel gets stuck in the Suez Canal, or some madness happens and it doesn't come on time, and I've taken your money and then have to send it back. I really don't want to do that. If something happens to it before I ship it to you, it's my own business, and I'm going to get stuck with those problems. The last time we sold kit were the umbrellas, which sold out in a few hours. Guys, if what we're selling gets sold out very fast and you don't manage to get anything before Christmas, please forgive me. We will restock, and you might not have it for Christmas, but you will have it after that. Anyway, I need to get busy trying to refurbish the merch container. The container that you see when you saw us playing musical chairs and the stairs and all that, I need to get that merch container ready, because that's going to be where we're going to take the orders, where we're going to package everything, and we're going to post it and send it out. And thinking about it again, I just mentioned the HGV driver shortage. Guys, if you haven't watched that video, have a watch of it. There's 1,000 odd comments, and I appear to be taking a couple of burials, people saying that people get paid this amount of money per hour, that amount of money per hour. I'm talking about my experiences, and I'm not going to be specific, but people are talking about what people are getting paid to drive per hour. I know that none of my drivers get money that low. They all get more than that, and a couple of people in the comments are a bit upset, saying that I should pay drivers more money because I have a nice car. In the nicest possible way, it doesn't work like that. I've been at this for 20 years, day and night, and I work 24 hours a day. Because someone comes to work for me, I pay high in my industry. I do not pay industry standard, but that doesn't mean if we do well, because I've been working at something for 20 years, that I should take the money and split it and pay people over the odds to do the exact same job that they would get paid to do, possibly a little bit less at one of my competitors. Unfortunately, that's business. We don't live in a communist society. We live in a capitalist place. And I apologize for having nice things. I know that I'm not allowed to do that. I know that if the company makes any money, I should divide it evenly and give it to everyone, and then walk on the street and start giving it out as well. I apologize for having anything nice, for working for the majority of my life. I apologize for that. So guys, have a watch of the video. Let me know what you think, because we are planning a follow-up video. If there's anything that you would like to see in the follow-up video, or you think is important that we cover, please let me know.
Frighty and I are working on Ashville Weekly episode, is it 56, Dan? 55. All right. We're working on Ashville Weekly episode 55, and we need to get it out. We're going to do a final watch through. I'm trying to get Dan to hurry it along and get it going. This man wants to find bloopers of when we were in the quarry when when I couldn't pronounce my words properly. I say it's more important to focus on getting the video out for now. We have just finished the watch through. It's 7 o'clock. One of our concrete lorries has been involved in an accident, and to the best of my knowledge and what I've been told, no one was hurt, thankfully. But I want to go outside and have a look at the lorry, and I didn't want to do it while the driver was here because he's just got back and I don't know what happened here, but he's in good health, and the person whose vehicle it was is in good health, and there's damage, but it's just stuff. But I do want to go and have a look at it. It's dark in the yard. I'm in one of the far corners. I don't know if you can see this, but well, it's not this lorry. I'm using the lights from the Defender. It's not this one. Right. Okay, let's check another one. Nothing. Well, we've got one more of these Scanias to check. Oh, my lord, you know how annoying that is. Oh, that's so annoying. My laces come, just.
You don't need that on a Saturday night in the yard. It's a deep dish, man. Last one. I mean, there's no damage. I know what side it's meant to be, but I'm checking both sides just in case. Well, it turns out that the week has ended on a good note because nobody was hurt. And our lorry, which was stationary, offloading concrete, somebody came round the corner and hit our lorry and they damaged their car, but they're okay. So there's no damage to the lorry. The driver's gone home safe. The person's gone home safe. They can fix their car. So the week hasn't turned out that bad. And that's it for Ashville Weekly episode 56. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see a video on the current HGV driver crisis, and click here for last week's video, which was number 55. Tomorrow morning we start again.